Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, the 11th of January, and I am sharing another story. I wrote this story sometime in 2012. I don't remember when, but it was sometime in 2012. I'm digging in the archives, but I like to read these things over and over again because it's cool to see where my thinking was back then. Because when I read the stuff out loud, I hear something and I say, today I wouldn't put it like that. But again, this is from, I'll say middle of 2012, and it's something called Nothing. The story's called Nothing. Thank you for listening in advance. Thank you in advance. Nothing. We call eyes on the dance floor. Like most girls, I dance with my friends, denying man after man access to my space, my vessel. The night was a series of rejections, but observing him be typical male, aloof, and too cool to dance, I kept him in my sight. In the drink-based haze and party buzz, I lost him and then decided to go to the bathroom before heading home. I saw him there. Thank God for the unisex bathrooms, and I asked if he wanted company. He said yes, so we left. I wish I could tell you that I was uncomfortable with the situation, but I wasn't. I wish I could tell you that we talked about things in order to relax, but again, I can't. I didn't waste either of our time on nonsense, and having learned that men don't want to hear, nor do they care about what you have to say, I remain quiet. At no time in the cab or on the walk to my building or in the ride in the elevator did I disrespect him and try to make him participate in a conversation that we both knew he didn't want to partake in. In my apartment, we got into it quickly. We had no interest in each other, so there was no connection at all. His lips felt rubbery and wet as he kissed me, leaving in my mind a wet trail, a spit trail along my neck and down towards my thighs. When he finally penetrated me, a wave of disgust overwhelmed me. There was an air of roughness to him that bordered on machismo and attempted cool. He didn't know that he was unskilled at best and had apparently been foolishly fed the idea that his methods were satisfying. With each of his grunts, I stifled a laugh because the ones who paid for his lack of skill were most likely his creators. We women never take care of one another. We never think about leaving someone better off than how we met them. I smiled, but it turned into a grimace because I had no tolerance. And in this case, I would be one of those women too. As we arrived in the dark, I only hoped that he wouldn't try to kiss my mouth. I grew a bit angry because eventually he did. Like a fish out of water, I turned over on my stomach and backed into him. Seconds later, he was spent, and as I lay on my stomach beside him with baby on my back, I wondered when he would leave. I dozed off after about 2 hours of us laying in silence. I woke up for no particular reason, and he was still there, beside me with a wide, undeserved grin that I swore I could see in his profile. This had never happened before. I never had to ask anyone to leave. I was still laying on my stomach at the time and turned the page. Why does it take you so long to turn the page? I know. Sorry. And when I turned back to I turned back to stand, I felt the stiffness from the globules of dried semen on my back. That's disgusting. That was disgusting back then. Anyway, and with the thought of not ruining my sheets, I stood up, but only after I slithered off of my bed like a scandalous snake. He startled me when he asked, "Where you going?" Shamefully, I didn't remember how his voice sounded. He didn't sound like he had a couple of hours ago. "Why you still here?" I asked him. "Get up, leave." We were like two statues, still and quiet for a while, and then he finally sat up. "You know, you bitches are all alike," he said. "Y'all always on that new shit, acting like dudes, fucking raw, not kissing. That's that bullshit. Y'all bitches ain't got no heart or no feelings. Treating motherfuckers like they ain't human beings. That's fucked up." He stood up, grabbing his clothes, and as he put them on, he said, "Remember, you invited me here. You approached me, and you brought me here. But I ain't think you just wanted to fuck me. I thought you were so pretty, but your ass is ugly, real fucking ugly. I was still silent, though I wanted to laugh because he was acting like such a woman, a bitch really. As he buttoned his shirt, he looked at me like he wanted to leap across my bed and whip my ass. Then his phone rang and he answered it. As we silently looked at each other, I could hear the caller ask him what he did last night. His response, I did nothing. Nothing. Then he left. And that's nothing. I don't go to clubs, so that's not about me. But I'm sure that's about somebody just having sex and not caring about another person. Sometimes people are cold and they turn off and they don't take into consideration the other person involved. I guess it's cool to be that way, obviously, if you're both that way. But what if somebody's looking for something? Something that they'll never get. But if I'm looking for love, I did the air quotes, my love air quotes, I wouldn't have sex with somebody the first day. That's not true. You know, first date sex or first time together sex does not omit the opportunity for a relationship, but it does leave a mark. A good mark, maybe, a bad mark, who knows, but it does leave a mark. I'm saying things as if whoever's going to watch this, if anyone's going to watch this, won't understand. That's trite of me. I apologize, but that was called Nothing. Please tell me what you think. If I read too fast, I'm sorry. Thank you. Bye-bye.